All right, guys, this video is going to talk about the 4 out. Okay, so this is the 5 out. It's going to talk about the 4 out. The 4 out basic principles that we are using. We have watered this down immensely. There's so many different variables to doing it, but we have watered it down immensely where there's basically 4 different ways to run this motion offense. So the difference between this is, again, we have our odds on the right. So we have our point guard here. He comes to the slot. Our evens are on the left. The shooting guard, the 2, is here in the other slot. The 4 plays the wing. The 5 goes to the low block, usually the weak side block. And he stays usually on the weak side of the ball. So if the ball's here, he's here. If the ball's here, he moves over here. And the 3's on the wing over here. Now the 5 has free reign in this to go to the high post, to go here. He has free reign to come out and set screens. He does have free reign to do whatever he wants. But in the basic principle of it, he should be on the opposite side of the block, just in case there's a cutter. You don't want to be here, right, cutting into somebody that's there. So that's the reason for it. But the 5 does have free reign to go high post, block, come out, set screens, post up right here, wherever he wants, right? He can call for the ball if he has a mismatch, right? So the 5 is extremely important. Sahil and Anish, and Kyle, it could be Ahmed. So you have to know these positions as well. So the 4 out, we have 2 slots, we have 2 wings, and what we have is we have a few series of movements that we can do. So let's talk about it. So first, let's talk about if the pass goes from slot to wing. All right. So what we need to do is you got to get open, right? It's just not throwing the pass, right? The 3 needs to be open. So let's say we want to go slot to wing, right? And let's say Archer's here as the point guard, Avery here is the 3. Avery has the V cut, right? He's got to go in and basically push his guy off him, explode back, right? And then what's going to happen is he's then going to get an open pass. He gets the pass, all right? And then what is Archer's job here? If we're going slot to wing, his job is to cut through. So he should make a jab step left or pretend like he's going to set a screen away or something, and then he needs to cut to the basket, okay? So the goal here is hopefully that pass can go from Avery to Archer. Archer can lay it up. Pass goes from Avery to Archer. Maybe this defender on Sahil will come over, and Avery can then pass it over there, and he could lay it up and in. Now let's say the pass does not happen. Let's say it's a bad cut. Let's say the defender is here jamming it. All right, what Archer needs to do then is he needs to go, if you cut through, you go refill. The 2 then needs to move over to this slot, usually as a V cut. Same thing with the 4, right? Jab in, come back out to the spot. So now we are back in a 4 out. We are just at different places, right? So let's say now the wing has the ball, right? And the wing then, so that's slot. So we just talked about slot to wing. Slot to wing, you cut through, all right? Now let's say Avery has the ball. Here's a 3, and we're going to go wing to slot, all right? Wing to slot. The pass goes here. Let's get, let's get the 5 out of there for a minute. All right, let's say the pass goes from wing to slot. All right, what Avery then needs to do is he needs to then back cut. That's his job, right? So he's got to pass it, make a sell, and then go back door. So we're looking to hit him with that pass right there. Now, let's say that pass is not open. What Avery then does is instead of going to the corner, this is the one option where you go slot to wing the slot. Pass went from wing to slot. He's then got to refill his spot. So now we're back in the 4 out. Nothing happened there. The ball's up here with the point guard. Sorry, I should have changed it over. It doesn't matter because this could be a second option, but we start out here in the base with the point guard. So that would be wing to slot. So we did slot to wing, cut through. Wing to slot, backdoor, replace. Let's say we go slot to slot. All right, so let's let's move our 2 back here. Let's move our 4 here. Right, so let's say we go slot to slot. Let's say we have Ryan this time passing the ball to Cohen. So he's passing the ball to Cohen. what does Ryan do? Ryan's job then right now is to then screen away. That means you're going away from the ball, screening the person that is away from the ball, screening for them. So he would set a screen here. Avery would then real tightly curl over that and looking for that pass to go from there to there, right? If that does not work, right, what does Avery do? Avery will cut through and go here. These guys then have to fill the open spots. So we're still here with proper spacing, 4 out, play didn't work, ball is still here. We can then do another option. We can go slot to wing, slot to slot again, cut through. So the fourth principle, there is again just 4 principles we are going to work with. That is absolutely it. Let's say we're in this position, right? We got our slots, we got our wings, and let's say, let's go back to the basic. Let's go to the odds over here, and let's go here. Let's say, excuse me, right here. There we go. There we go. All right, let's say we have Archer with the ball here, and he dribbles at Avery. If somebody dribbles at you, you will immediately back cut, right? Some offense are just totally predicated in this. So the 2 fills here, the 4 fills here, the 3 fills here, right? Let's say the 1 dribbles at the 2, right? The 2 would then back cut to the basket, right? And if you're cutting through, right, then you're filling the far corner. So the 3 would have to come up, the 4 would have to come up, the 1 would have to be here, right? So you're always moving and filling these 4 spots, the slots and the wings, right? The 5 is then moving back and forth. If the ball's over here, the 5's here. The ball is over here, the 5 is here. 5 can, again, do whatever he wants. You just got to be in there, you got to be on the same page with everybody. So again, the 4 things you could do: slot to wing, cut through. Wing to slot, right? Backdoor, replace. Slot to slot, screen away. Curl to the basket, fill the spots. Dribble at, right? Let's say 3 dribbles at 4, 4 backdoor cuts to the basket. Those are the only 4 principles we will have in this offense. But you need to remain spacing. What happens if it breaks down and 3 passes to 4, and then 3 stays here, and 4, 3 should cut to the basket, and then 4 has nowhere to go, so they cut to the basket, and there's picking up their dribble there, and then everybody it just becomes a hot mess. You need to have your spacing. Absolutely must have your spacing in the 4 out. And it's very effective. You will wear people down if you run this correctly. But everything has to be sold, right? The 4 is, if you're expecting the pass here, you need the V cut, come out and get it. Push that guy off, right? Jab step, push him out. Get separation. Okay, same thing here. If you're going to pass it, pass slot to slot and then screen away, right? Boom, make some extra steps to help you do the job, do the activity that you are trying to accomplish. So this is the motion principle of the 4 out. Again, four pieces to it. Slot to slot, SS, screen away. SSS. Slot to slot, screen away. Slot to wing, cut through. Wing to slot, backdoor, replace, dribble at, backdoor. Fill the opposite corner. Simple stuff. And the more we practice, the better we will get at it. But we need the separation, because what happens is when we have 4 guys on one side of the court and all these defenders are here, it's a turnover waiting to happen. All right. We don't want point guards, let's go back to, let's just get back to here. 1, 3, right? 2 and 4. We don't want our point guard to get the ball and then all of a sudden say, all right, I'm just going to dribble in here. And then I'm going to pick up my dribble. And then this 3's still here and I'm getting double teamed right here like crazy, right? We don't want that, right? That's how turnovers happen. We won't get a shot, and that's we don't want that. So remember, keep your spacing, sell your cuts, sell your passes, get open with your V cuts, help each other out, right? If somebody is stuck, the 5 can come and save you with the screen. The 5 can flash to the high post. The 5 can go post up, right, if he has the advantage. So that was a long sort of explanation of our 4-out offense. But this is the basic set, right? We have 2 slots, 2 wings, and a low post player.